Hi everyone, it's Pete here and welcome to today's video. So in today's video I'm going to give my 3 top tips for surviving a property recession or a property correction. So for those that don't know, because as we're a new channel there might be some new viewers watching, I actually started in 2008 and since then built my portfolio and other property businesses. So I built my portfolio from 0 properties up to over 30 properties, and I certainly don't say that to brag or boast, but just to let you know that I'm speaking from experience and I've actually survived the property recession, and so I think that's really important to make clear. So I hope you find this video useful, and I'm actually going to be going into my 3 top tips. So as you can see from the screen here, there's so many articles at the moment talking about the potential market crash and the recession. I mean, you can just take your pick if you just go onto Google where we're on now. There's so many, but the truth is nobody knows what's going to happen down to the T. They don't know whether it's going to drop by 5%, 10%, 20% or not at all. I mean, I've got my thoughts on this and I'm going to share that in another video, but the truth of the matter is no one knows exactly what's going to happen. However, if it does happen and we do have a recession like 2008, then you've got to do certain things I found that really help you with that. The first thing that I suggest people do is really focus on return on investment and actual cash flow. So the definitions of that are on the screen now, but this is really important. I mean, it's important all the time. To be honest with you, I'm always looking for that more than capital growth. But obviously in a market that's rising, I've seen people buy investments that I've looked at and thought, well, they've not really got the kind of return I'd want monthly, but they've got away with it because the market's gone up. But that's a really dangerous strategy. And the good thing, if anything, about a recession is it means we have to focus on return on investment and cash flow, and it's a real good habit to get into. So when I started in 2008, I didn't have the benefit of any capital growth, and so I really sort of delved deep into the numbers and made sure that every investment that I was making really made the return I wanted and the cash flow. Now at the time that was around £200 to £300 a month minimum on a single let property, and the return I was looking at, between 7 and 10%. So that was at that particular point, but it meant that I actually wasn't focusing on any capital growth, which is really important because that's a bonus. You also want to be looking for properties, obviously, that you can buy below market value. So that's really important as well. So, not always, they don't always have to be 30% below for it to be a good deal, because, they don't come around every day. But we certainly look at, when I was investing in a recession, at least 10, 15% below as a standard. And then obviously the ones that were 25% below market value and above were obviously the better deals, the fantastic deals. But at 15% below market value, that was still a really good buffer to make sure that you actually have got that there in case there's a further dip. So definitely focus on return on investment and cash flow. That's really, really important. The next thing then that I did, and I still do now, is looking at your costs. So where can you cut costs? Can you, have you got mortgages that are actually coming to an end that you can bring the rate down, or are you paying, too much for your insurance or for other members of the team that are doing work for you? So it's really important in a recession to really look at what you're spending on a monthly basis, because it's okay sort of upping rents and looking to do that when you can. But if you can actually cut your costs as well, that means you should be making then even more money monthly, and it allows you that buffer you need when, prices might be going down, and, that's really important to do. So also have a long-term strategy and take a long-term view of this. So this really, I found in a recession, isn't the time to be looking for anything short-term. So, for example, buying and selling, although it still works and people are still out there doing it, I've often found that the ones that are doing it through the recession, it's sometimes in the higher end properties rather than the properties at the lower end where there's maybe not as much of a margin. So really I'd suggest taking a long-term view, and personally for me, when I started investing in the recession, I did look at that long-term rental strategy rather than looking for anything short-term. Now, that's not to say that I didn't flip the odd property, because at the time, some of the properties that I got way below market value, I didn't then keep. I actually then sold them on to other investors. But often in a recession, when the market's plummeting and there's a lot of negativity around, you might find that your end buyer is an investor. So they're going to want a discount of, like I say, 10, 15% minimum. So it's really only the deals that you're getting sort of 30% below that you can actually then maybe flip on. So personally for me, looking at that long-term strategy is really important, and cutting costs, again, very important to look at the balance sheet, which we talked about in a previous video. So that's 3 of my top tips there to work on if there is a recession. Now, recessions and things like that I could talk about for hours, and I'm actually going to do another video on what I feel is actually going to happen over the next year or so. So definitely keep posted for that one. So as always, if you found the video useful, if you wouldn't mind liking the video and subscribing to the channel, that helps the video out and hopefully helps a lot more people see it. And if you've got any other questions or comments, then please put them below and we'll get them answered by myself or one of the team. So I hope you found the video useful, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.